AI shit is getting out of hand. There's a new AI scam that you need to be aware of, and it's absolutely terrifying. If you have ever uploaded any video to the internet, a TikTok, YouTube video, any video to the internet, you and your family could be hit by this, so keep watching. This morning, my grandparents received a call from me claiming that I was in a bad car accident and that I needed them to send me money. I do not even own a car. I have not driven a car in the last 6 months. Obviously, that was not me, but they were close to taking a second mortgage out in order to pay the scammer because they thought it was me. The reason that they believed it was me is because it sounded exactly like me. Thankfully though, my dad was there and he called me to verify that it was actually me, and it wasn't, so they didn't pay him. I recently saw something on TikTok that scammers are using AI to clone your voice and scam your loved ones out of money, and I thought nothing of it. Yeah, sure, that's probably possible with AI, but that's not gonna happen to me, right? Oh boy, was I wrong. If you have ever put out a video with you speaking in it on the internet, please be careful, because all they need is a short audio clip and they can clone your voice. Seriously, consider making a secret code between you and your small group of loved ones so that you guys can verify that you're actually speaking to one another, because
this mom got the scariest phone call of her life. On the other end, she hears her daughter crying.
She's like, "Mom, I messed up," as she's crying and sobbing.
Then a man gets on the line and claims he's kidnapped her 15-year-old daughter, Bree.
He's like, "Listen here, I've got your daughter. You're not going to call anybody. You're not going to call the cops." And I just put the phone on mute and started screaming for help.
The kidnappers demand $1 million before reducing it to $50,000.
I, at that point, started screaming at them that I want to talk to my daughter again, which they refused.
But here's the thing. Her daughter had not been kidnapped, and that was not her begging mom for help. Her voice had been duplicated by a scammer using artificial intelligence.
I didn't for a second doubt her voice.
AI expert Hani Farid showed me how it's done. The Berkeley professor says he can take just a few examples of my real voice and manipulate it to say something I never said.
I went over to YouTube and I searched for your name and I found an interview that you gave. It took me all of 5 seconds to do that. I uploaded that to a web service that I pay $5 a month for. In about 30 seconds, it cloned your voice. I typed what I wanted you to say and it handed me an audio file back. That whole thing took me under 5 minutes to do.
So I have the recording that you made. I'm going to play it right now.
It's Allison. This is going to be hard to believe, but I've been kidnapped. They want $1 million ransom. Otherwise, they say they'll hurt me. I don't know what's going to happen. They want me to hang up now. I've got to go. I love you.
That's pretty creepy. Fortunately, mom Jennifer DeStefano called Bree before paying a dime in ransom money.
Let's go, Bree! I was in Flagstaff skiing with my little brother. My mom called me and she was crying, like bawling. It still gives me goosebumps because her voice was so real.
Bree has no idea how the scammers got a sample of
Shalom, shalom. First of all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem HaKadosh. Yahweh being the true name for Heavenly Father. Yahweh shall be named for His only begotten Son, who the world eagerly calls God, and Jesus Christ. We give double honors to our apostles and elders, the great millstone, and to our truth and will. The citation is hopefully puts truth and honesty and sincerity. So, Brother Yahweh Sop, you know, that's the spirit power, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. And this lesson basically is inspired by Elder Omar Gabar. Uploaded this news information on AI technology for scams, and this certainly will be used to persecute the brothers teaching this truth. You know, because they're certainly going to try to frame us. You know, the scriptures talk about how we'll be persecuted, and we're commanded to be found blameless. So we don't do anything wrong but preach the word. So they're going to have to invent something to try to pin us up and take us to prison on. You know, because they're not going to have anything at all. You know, they just sent an agent up to our camp today, and then they cut the live stream and been messing with it. So that proves right there that, you know, they're going to have to go through alternate means to make their moves on us. But when they do, you know, the Lord's going to lift up a standard against them. Esau is trying to fabricate a lie, you know, and try to make it stick and believe the own lie that he's created, that we're actually, you know, doing something worthy of being thrown in prison for, you know. So be prepared for all this. And this is what AI had to say about, you know, Great Millstone, period. They say Great Millstone is a controversial religious group based in the United States that identifies as a part of Black Hebrew Israelite movement. We don't call ourselves Black Hebrew Israelites. We just say Hebrew Israelites. That's a term that Esau put on us, a derogatory term, and also a term to associate us with being violent. Okay? It says the group's teachings are rooted in belief that African Americans are the true descendants of the ancient Israelites and that white people are genetically inferior and destined for slavery. Okay? So this is one part of the clip the brother shared. We do teach that so-called African Americans are Hebrew Israelites, but what about the rest of it? We also teach that so-called Hispanics and Native Americans, as a vast majority, those people are Hebrew Israelites as well. Okay? And we teach that, yeah, so-called white people come from a nation called Esau, Edom. And that is, according to scriptures, Esau has to pay for what he did. And that's Revelation 13, not Revelation 13, but Book of Revelation. But yeah, Book of Revelation 13 and 10 goes on that. He that lead into captivity shall go into captivity. Book of Obadiah talks about the future of Esau and so-called white people that carried us into slavery over here, committed genocide, and killed all of our people. Yeah, they're destined for judgment. They're going into slavery captivity. Okay? But they even program the AI to do these things, man. To try to slander us. It says teachings have been criticized by many as racist, divisive, and potentially dangerous. It says it's important to note that the beliefs and actions of Great Millstone and other similar groups do not represent the views or teachings of mainstream Judaism or Christianity, and their messages of hate and intolerance should be rejected. So this is what they program to put out there. All because why? We declare ourselves to be the true JEWs. All of this, well, according to scriptures, everything we say is true, and we bring out the scriptures, what the scriptures say. But they're gonna do what they gotta do, man. They're gonna do what they gotta do. Revelation 13 and 10. He that lead into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killed with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. This is the one scripture that they do not even bother sharing on all these articles that come against us. They got us on the Southern Poverty Law Center, set up as a hate group or a potential terrorist group, which is some bullshit, man. We've never done anything violent towards anybody whatsoever. All we do is read the scriptures, tell people who their nationality is according to scriptures, which is factual and true, both heathens and Israelites, and bring out the prophecies and how the Lord look and how he's coming back and he's coming to judge. Okay? This is the book of 2 Corinthians 2 and 11. Lest Satan should get advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. We're not ignorant of the things that this damn devil is doing and planning to do. We know the tech that you got going on. We know they're going to try to frame us for things that we didn't do. So brothers, build yourself up, brace for impact. They're definitely going to be doing these things to us, man. Because they have to go that route because they have nothing. They send agents up to the camp. They're going to start doing that more often to try to provoke brothers to get in a position where they got to go to jail. And then they'll put that on the news. And when they find out that doesn't work, they got to go through desperate means, which is the AI shit. Going into deep fakes too. Look up deep fakes. Okay, which they can take your whole face and put it on someone else digitally and frame you into doing some shit. Psalms 83 and 3, it says, they have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones. So they've been planning this shit. They're definitely making plans because the things we preach about, comes against their agendas and exposes them. So they want to try to silence that by all means, at all costs. This is the book of Amos 5 and 10. It says, they hate him that rebuketh in the gate, and they abhor him that speaketh uprightly. They hate us, man. They hate us for speaking the truth, speaking the righteous things of the scriptures. They're giving the correct breakdowns of these things. Persecution is coming, man. Matthew 10 and 19. It says, but when they deliver you up, take no thought how or what ye shall speak, for it shall be given you in that same hour what ye shall speak. So the Lord's going to be our defense. If we do get into the jam or get falsely accused for some shit and have to go to court, locked up, whatever, and it's time to meet the judge, the Lord is going to set it up. He's going to set it up to be our defense. To either get us out of it or put us in the spirit to condemn everybody in there because they're that wicked and they got to put us to death. Well, Revelation 2:10 kicks in. Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. So we got to believe until death what we're speaking. And in some cases, some brothers will become a martyr for this truth. Build yourself up and be ready for that. With that, Lord's will, this lesson is edifying. I'm going to close out and give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem HaKadosh. Double honors to our apostles and the elders, a great millstone, to our truth and will well. Salutations to Jehovah, thy person's truth, and all honesty and sincerity. Shalom.